What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another realistic style rebuild on Madden 22, and today it is the Baltimore Ravens. I know you're thinking, wow, rebuilding a 6-2 team. Where'd you come up with this idea? That's insane. I mean, they clearly need it. Here's the thing, okay? The way the team is now, well, first things first, I'm going to rebuild every single team. One of these teams is winning the Super Bowl, so at the end of the day, we are rebuilding a team that won the Super Bowl this year, at some point or another. Two, the Ravens haven't been perfect. Obviously, they've been far from perfect. They've had a lot of injuries before the season, during the season, all that. Obviously, we're not going to ignore that and just act like, oh, well, the Ravens are just, they're fully stocked up. Their team's ready to go. They're playing through some things, and, they're playing tough, but they have lost some games they shouldn't have. And they have also won against a lot of, teams that aren't necessarily the greatest. I will say, though, once again, the Ravens are still a good football team. And as long as Lamar Jackson's there, they should be a good football team. I know people like to clown him, but overall, he's just hard to stop. There's a lot of things about him that's really just hard to stop. Obviously, they've gotten Marquise Brown going, finally. Mark Andrews looks pretty good again. Their run game, they're finding a way to work, even though they keep taking injuries to the team there. I haven't really seen too much about their defense, but I'm pretty sure they're like kind of middle of the pack, kind of bottom tier. The defense really hasn't played super well for Baltimore. Once again, injuries really bothering them. Patrick Queen has not played his best football, but overall, the team, as far as Madden goes, is not great. It is not a great team in Madden. The Ravens are a team that usually don't win a whole lot of Super Bowls in Sim. But once again, like I said, with Madden, you have one star development lineman, and he's 24 years old, and he's not even a projected starter. I'm just saying, it's not looking good. I'm going to move him to left guard number 1, because this is my rebuild at the end of the day. Of course, they have a bunch of, once upon a time, if you could get all these guys in their primes, you're looking at the best backfield of all time. But since they're not, I'm just saying. But Devontae Freeman had a pretty good week. Latavius Murray has been pretty much good as a backup his whole career, pretty much, with every team. Didn't he start, I don't know if he started on the Raiders, but I'm pretty sure he was on the Raiders, that kind of earlier career. I have no idea how Sammy Watkins is doing, but if the fact that I haven't heard anything, I'm going to look him up right now, probably means he's not doing super well, right? Yeah, not super well. Has been injured for some time, though, it seems. So, I mean, it is what it is. But, yeah, the Sammy Watkins experience, the experiment doesn't seem to be going super well. Marquise Brown's moving to the true number 1 spot. I don't know if Sammy Watkins is I'm going to be back soon or whatever, but he's not injured here. But, I mean, he's injured, so I'm just going to say that. Rashad Bateman, another guy that I don't really feel like I've heard anything about. Oh, is it because he's been injured as well? Obviously, he played the last couple games, hasn't looked bad, but fair enough. I mean, like I said, with this team, you obviously have Lamar Jackson. For whatever reason, he actually gets let go, into free agency quite a bit. Got to make sure that doesn't happen, because that just doesn't make any sense. When you think of Baltimore, you think of Lamar Jackson. Maybe you think of Humphrey a little bit, but it's Lamar Jackson every day of the week, right? Oweh actually has star. I thought he was normal. Has he, kind of showed up or something? But like I said, though, with this team, it's not great. Matabuke is a starter long-term. Campbell sometimes retires literally year 1. Was he 35, 36? Looking at Patrick Queen, 75 overall, kind of started as, I think a 79, 80. Thankfully he's still a star. He'll be fine. But then you have everyone else outside of Oweh, Elliott, Humphrey, Matabuke, and Queen. You have to pretty much replace everyone else. I mean, Marcus Peters isn't that young, so once he comes back, he's still going to be probably regressing. So you have to replace one middle linebacker, and outside, two DNs, potentially corner, and a safety. And then offensive line-wise, pretty much the whole O-line. Wide receiver should be fine, but we'll see. It's a lot of, kind of smaller type guys. So I'm not sure if we want to replace one of those guys. Don't need a new running back because Dobbins will be back, and I think he's pretty good in Sim. But it's not as good as a normal 6-2 team, at least on Madden paper. Which, of course, as we know, Madden paper, super overpriced, not great paper. I will say I did also forget about Ronnie Stanley, of course. He'll be back as well. But, things that shouldn't be forgotten is to maybe leave a like and subscribe. It means a ton to me. It's free to you. It works out perfectly. I do nothing, and you do the clickies. or the tappings? I don't know. That must be a good poll to see, like, how many of you guys watch on mobile versus desktop. I'd say it's majority mobile by, like, a lot, right? I don't know who I'm talking to at this rate. Wait a whole ass minute here. Not a half, a whole. I'm almost certain, literally the last rebuild I did, there was a Craig Goldberg. And he ended up becoming, like, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Lamar's going to running back, and I'm drafting him, simply put. There's going to be all the Ravens jokes. What do you mean, going to running back? He already is. We'll pay Elliott. What else are we going to pay? What else are we going to pay out here? Wow, there's a lot of names here. We'll definitely pay Elliott. Jimmy O, you gone. Calais, like I said, I don't think he's even going to stay. But even if he does, he's probably going to regress really hard. Do you pay Patrick Ricard? I mean, Ravens love to run the ball. If anyone's going to pay a fullback, it would be them. So, I mean, if I'm Baltimore, I'm like, hey, here, pal, listen up. Maybe you get $2 million per in free agency. You're not going to get it any more than that. You might as well just take what you can get. That's what I would tell him, and he would fall for it. I thought it's a 95 strength, by the way. I was like, Jesus, lineman. Hey, Chuck Clark gets a breakout. I feel like this man has been, like, 25 years old in the last, like, 5 Maddens. So hopefully that's the same case here. But he's star and only 5K. 26. It's close. Ah, man, I don't know. I feel like he's, like, it's a little too late for Madden, which is crazy because he's, like, still really young. I don't want to go hybrid, but I'm going to give him the scheme fit. Hybrid's usually good for man and zone, though. So, yeah, I mean, see, we'll take that every day of the week. +2 to man and zone is fine. Damn it. I always forget. I legitimately always forget. Thankfully, it's only 2K. We'll have to see if we actually just cheated or not. But subconsciously, I might also be doing that on purpose just to, because anytime, wow, that is a hell of a win. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, I was about to say, but whenever we do that, it seems like it actually gives us the dev up more often than not. All right, here we go. And we're in the playoffs at 11-6. One last hurrah. This has got to be Calais. But be not Calais, please. I won't go say anything, but it feels like it might be it for Calais. Once Calais is like, I didn't say that. What are you guys trying to say? You guys don't think I have it anymore? Really? Could you imagine? But of course, trying to look at all the numbers. I don't see anything crazy for Baltimore. 4,100 yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Touchdowns are down, but Lamar Jackson's running is, well, I wouldn't say up, but it's there. Almost 1,000 yards rushing. We can't really get away with changing the playbooks on this team because obviously you're wasting a lot of Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens' talent by doing so. Didn't look at the O-line. Doesn't really matter. Really doesn't. Calais with 11. Houston with 12. Why are players that are going to be gone playing well? Tucker missing 5 kicks, 1 being blocked. Okay, I don't know what his numbers are like in real life, but I just automatically assume Tucker's doing well, and I feel like that's kind of fair, right? I mean, it's really tough not to say it. Lamar Jackson, player of the year on the AFC side, away with rookie of the year. Offensive lineman of the year goes to a guy that, well, was injured half this season. I will not be arguing with that. I will say that. But assuming that they just gave him the award, it means he's probably back. Was it not a season ender? Wait, what? Hello? Did you guys just give an award win to a player that's injured? That makes sense. I agree with this. This is awesome. I mean, this is just insanely awesome. Look at the amount of injuries they have to big name players too. The ACL, basically just like medical wet dream. The medical industry just loves it. I wonder how much money they make off of sporting events. They make so much. Like, people don't realize it because we're so desensitized to ACL injuries. It's the main reason why I never really I liked sports a ton. I didn't really want to play them because I was always super conscious of how trash our medical, what is it called, our healthcare system is. If you get a torn ACL just playing football out in the world without insurance, you're literally screwed. It is so expensive to fix a torn ACL. It's like, most people just opt not to, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it could be literally 50 grand to repair an ACL, something we always hear about being torn in sports. Like, god damn, dude. I mean, like, how much does it cost the NFL and, other sports every year? It's got to be millions, right? I mean, it's only a couple hundred people and it's millions. It's ridiculous. But enough of that. Somebody there just had a torn ACL and they're thinking about their bill. They're like, thank you. I watch these videos to think about my real life and the world around us. I love it. You want to talk about politics next? What's going on in the world? I want to talk about vaccination. I'm gonna stop now. That's enough. Man, it's not a joke if you keep going on. Jump forward, sure, man, if you want. Are they trying to tell me something? Are they trying to suggest I do a certain action? Maybe from one Netflix show that everyone used to watch. They binged. Just like, I think there was 13 seasons, and I remember watching the tapes. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. This is way too early in a rebuild to be off the rails like I am. Of course, getting revenge against Cincinnati, a 30-7 victory here. Let's take a look at the performances. Of course, Lamar Jackson outperforms Burrow by a lot. The ground game was actually not bad. Lamar didn't really run super well, but I mean, 7 for 40 could be huge first downs. Third down conversions. You never know. Away with 2 sacks. Chuck Clark with a pick. A couple of guys that, I obviously want Away to be great. That's, a huge factor of this being successful, but a couple of guys I didn't really expect to be that big of a contributing factor here, and here they are. And Lamar Jackson as an upgrade, I think you go well, he's already an improviser, but why wouldn't you go improviser? Give me some speed. 3 to deep, which is no longer his worst accuracy. All right, what does Calais got to say now? Well, I guess it's Lamar Jackson. It's always talking about the guys behind their back. Potential retirement, blah, blah, blah. I mean, if you win a Super Bowl, maybe you could be like, hey, you don't need to stop, right? Who does Baltimore have to play now? The Jaguars. It was a close win against, I don't know who the hell they played. I'm trying to think. I've seen the name. It was on the bottom, I'm pretty sure. But either way, 82 to their 79 overall. The Jaguars, are they really in it? Every time I hear about the Jaguars, it just seems like they're always playing like trash. I know they just got a win. Was it over the Bills? It was like just really, I mean, it was not a good game at all, but I'm pretty sure they just won. I didn't think they were still... Oh, my God, they're not in it. What the hell happened? They're like 2-6 in real life or something like that. Maybe 3-6 now? I don't know, but how the hell are they in it? Of course, 10-3. Defense is really not playing well, which, once again, in real life, not their strong suit right now. Definitely not their strong suit. Down by 6, finally leading. This Ravens team kept climbing and climbing and climbing, and just like that, they are headed to the championship round. Against all odds, Jaguars had such a grip on us, and then they just loosened up. A little bit of butter in between the hands, and anything can happen, of course. Le'Veon Bell with a 66-yard rushing touchdown. That's one way to do it, and I don't think that's going to ever happen again for him, but sure. I mean, he was never really that breakaway guy, so... Ooh, they missed a freaking kick. That field goal probably cost them the game. They would have had another attempt. Lambeau, I'm assuming there's... Actually, I don't think Lambeau is their kicker, is he? I could have sworn I heard him being on, like, the practice squad of some random team. I don't know what the hell happened there, but I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, like, almost a month ago it happened. Yikes. Super good at Madden. Apparently not that great in real life. I don't know where that accent came from. Is he going to say we're in the Super Bowl? He's going to be like, one more game. Yeah, they fixed it. I'm going to remember that for the future, because I know for a fact, I've said this a lot of times. I know they fixed it before, and for some reason, I just keep thinking, oh, it's not going to work. It's like, no, it does. Playoff Blizzard, no one asked. Actually, I did ask. I actually want to see it. I want to see it happen, even though it absolutely hurts us more than them. Because obviously our Lamar Jackson is going to be slower by a lot and beat the Bills. So they show the morale drop now, or does that only happen in-game? Now the morale drops here doesn't actually drop them by that much, in fairness. It used to be like 10, I thought. But 4, that's not bad. They must have tuned that as well. Fair enough, fair enough. Let's go into this game against the Bills and watch it not be Blizzard. It's going to be a bunch of players playing slower than normal. No Blizzard. No Blizzard treat for you. All right, let's see it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a nighttime snowy game. I want to attend this so bad. I love these games. The hell are they doing? This looks like one of those Jackie Chan movies where he's like practicing on the little dummy thing and then he like goes out and kills everyone. Jackie Chan, known murderer, obviously. But let's see who's going to be in the Super Bowl. This is the championship game, isn't it? I can't damn see because it's snow, but pretty sure it is. Down 7. This is a really close game. For two teams that are apparently playing slower than normal, they sure as hell don't seem like it. Although our brain capacity seems like it, as it's 17-7, down by 3, and that is going to be the dagger. The offense is kind of struggling, and yeah, the snow must have done it. I mean, we only score 17 points. Baltimore is so close yet so far away, which I will say, though, for a rebuild standpoint, thankfully, because this team's going to get a whole lot better next season when we actually have the starters that were injured back in the lineup. So, good season, obviously. Great season. An unexpected one. Very, very good. But we should be able to do even better next season now that we obviously will have a bunch of those guys back. We'll lose Calais, obviously, but well, let's talk about the blizzard first, I guess. Been a long, long time. I don't think I've seen that much snow, honestly. I don't hope I ever see it again. Enough for the weather, blah, blah, blah. Well, that just seems really weird. I hope I don't see it ever again. You're retiring, I thought, so you literally don't have to. You're one game away from the Super Bowl. Must be tough knowing that you might not get this chance again. Definitely, I don't know if I'll be back. The dream is to go out on top, so that's tough. Oh, he's not retiring yet. Or, like, he might, but, like, he hasn't decided. Normally, for me, it's just like, yeah, I'm going. Maybe it actually matters how far you make it. I have no idea. The Pro Bowl can suck my ass. We're going to go on to the Super Bowl. The Bills versus the Cowboys. Come on, Buffalo. Even though they're in our conference, which I guess is kind of a win. I don't know, but the Cowboys win anyways. Team's in 80 overall, but obviously things will change in a moment when the lineup's actually fixed. DevUps, none on offense. Thought maybe a chance at Marquise. Defensively, no DevUp for away, unfortunately. But Patrick Queen does go to Superstar, which is obviously really big. Good to see him back on top. And where's that man? Marcus Peters. There he is. Injured, but technically not soon enough. Voice needs a little bit of water there. I sound like Grandma Joe there. I don't know who the hell Joe is. Joe Mama. But let's go to the offseason. Make sure we have money for Lamar, who I believe will need a contract this season. And that's basically all you need is just those things. And it does seem like Calais did retire, which honestly, it really doesn't matter. I'd actually wish he would retire just because we can't afford him anyways. And he didn't. We can't afford him, though. Like, if he's even asking for anything like even 10 mil, which is half of what he was asking for, there's just no chance. 86 overall, 16 mil. Still really talented, but once again, we've been over this. This is probably why the Ravens don't afford Lamar. Glad, fair enough, dude. I mean, both parts are leaving, I guess. And a bunch of backups. Who was in there? Averett, yeah, I don't really. I'm sorry, pal. You're just too low of an overall, even though you're star. And yeah, we're just going to be losing a lot of backups. I mean, they're all backup level talent. Maybe Latavius, but, really good backup numbers for him, but you can get a running back from pretty much anywhere. I'm also going to see if we can get rid of anyone else, because obviously we could still use money. Lamar's going to take pretty much everything we have remaining this season. Anything at all? Tavon Young? No. Wait, why is that? Oh, did they pay a bunch of people? Damn it, dude. Okay, well, that's not ideal. So, yeah, we're just going to have to avoid free agent spending and re-sign Lamar. That's really all you can do here. The window is closing. This is unfortunate, but we'll be able to do it. We'll be able to handle it, and we just have to draft well. Simply put, Devontae's in there, Terran Armstead, Von Miller, Gronk, Hassan Reddick, who's really good in sim. We need an outside linebacker desperately. There's actually some pretty decent names here, but unfortunately names that we cannot afford. I think you got to try to get someone like, I wouldn't say Calais, but Calais type. And even if they're really trash, just do it. Honestly, you need somebody. I don't want to draft every single position to fix. Like, that's just not a good idea. I mean, we lose the DT, we lose the D end. We're not looking so great. Derek Wolf's probably gotten some sort of like massive deal. 3-year 12 is probably like fully guaranteed. Knowing that, man, he's been fully guaranteed his whole life, it seems. And William Golston's a free agent for the first time in his whole freaking decade career with Tampa, which is, once again, kind of mind-boggling. We do have Tyus Bowser still, so if we can't find anyone, we'll let him, let it happen. Justin Houston, he played well. Didn't get a dev up, which is really stupid, but overall, I just don't understand how he played well. I'm just going to assume anyone playing that spot's going to do well for us, but I don't know. Wait a minute. Wait a whole minute. Are the drafts not randomized anymore? Not all the names are familiar, but this guy absolutely in our last rebuild was a god. I'm just saying, good chance I draft him, and I know for a fact Herring was there as well. Are the drafts not randomized? Hello? I might not be able to look at all the players we missed anymore because, if they're not randomized, this'll happen. Really, dude? That's what we're doing? Hey, look! Reddick! Oh, come on, man. Really? Like, what am I supposed to do? Not draft them? Whether I know that they're good or not? Like, I can't just not draft them. Because those are, they only throw in a few decent players here and there. So, like, at the end of the day, if I pass up on one of them, I could be passing up on the entire class, technically. And why does this guy feel familiar? I don't think he was very good, though. All right, so I don't remember when Emery went. Oh, man, I don't want to just, like, take the same guys. We're going to look on Durham. We're going to do Tynes. And I think we liked Clint Price last time, and we just didn't go for him. I don't remember, though. Pick 29. Okay, well, we're going to go to pick 29 then, I guess. Let's use there. I don't want the same exact player, so if I can try to get someone different, I will. What do we have? So the left tackle we wanted is gone. No, he's not. He's there still. I think we're going to take him. Eric Durham looks really good. He's 6'7", opposite side of Stanley. Looks really good. I mean, he's probably not as good as Emery, but we're going to take him. Please just be hidden. Thank you. I took one for the team. Try not to go for every single same player that we've already seen. I don't know why that's happened. Once again, hopefully it's not because, the draft. Well, I mean, they must be. I don't understand because I literally just created this roster. Or maybe I got to check if J.J. Watt's in this. Maybe that's why? Maybe it's because of the J.J. Watt roster that I made. Because maybe it's like saving that draft. Either way, hopefully that whatever happens. I don't. Durham's not a guy we had last time. I'm almost certain. I don't remember, but that guy looked pretty good. I'm surprised he was there. He's 1-2, which I know is usually kind of like a late pick. We do need the DT Reddick, though. I mean, we simply just needed DT too badly to not grab him. But I also don't remember when he went. So maybe like 14 or 15, and then we make a trade up because we desperately need a DT. And I'm not going to go any further. We need a DT so bad. But I'm almost certain this wasn't. I'm almost certain J.J. Watt's not in this, but we'll see. Like I said, I chose auto-generated anyways, so yeah, I don't know. Is this enough? I feel like that wasn't enough, but I mean, it's not a bad trade, realistically. I'd say it's actually probably really even. Let's see. Yeah, they got less value than we did by a little bit, but, if they wanted to trade out, no one else was offering them anything halfway decent, or it was all next year stuff, it's not the worst play in the world for them. O-line's obviously a huge need for us, and we know for a fact Emery's good, but we also know Reddick's good as well, so we're going to go with Dante Reddick. Wait. What? Is this not the same guy that was a star dev? Or did they... Maybe it is, what? That is the guy, wasn't it? We literally just had this draft. Was he hidden? Maybe he wasn't. Did he start off at normal and then he got a dev? I honestly have no idea. I'm pretty sure he ended as a superstar, though. Maybe there's repeats, but they're not always the same dev? That would make no sense, though, because maybe they do random, Maybe they do random devs. I have no idea. But either way, I mean, I'm assuming he's still going to be good because he was the guy from before. What else do we have? Maybe Emery wasn't hidden. Nah, he definitely would be hidden. But you never know, I suppose. Will Chancellor. I don't remember if we had this guy before. I know I had him on my list last time. Super strong. We need a lineman. Doesn't look the greatest, but good finesse, good pass block. Looks like a decent player. I'd be willing to take him. I feel like he's one of those low overall star dev pluses. And I think with that being said, if I believe that, which, I mean, I'm saying it, so I must, I think we're going to do it. So we're going to give the Lions 102, 125, and Jalen Ferguson for 65, and we're also going to slap on a next year 4th round pick just to make it even, which you can see here that it's not really. Okay, we're going to get what, a 6th round out of this? And of course, it's not going to. God, I hate this. Nothing's working these days, I'll tell you. You go to the doc about your erectile dysfunction. And they have no 7th round picks, so I'm just going to take their, 56 overall right tackle. Knowing my luck and knowing it's the Lions, it'll probably be some sort of freaking, what is it called? Some sort of star dev or something. Who the hell is this? Austin McCree. We could use a safety for the future, but typically if it's this late down the line, it's just not going to be a good pick. But this is a pretty high pick. I can't remember. The name Will Chancellor definitely, sparks something in my head. Might have been a guy that we actually missed, but maybe we checked him. I have no idea. This is probably going to be cheese. He is hidden, so I don't know. Maybe it's just coincidence. I don't know, but that name does feel familiar. Thankfully, it's an offensive lineman, not like a crazy skill position player, I guess. And I think back-to-back rebuilds now where we had this draft class, we skipped out on that Clint Price guy. Oh, man. It's hilarious. Didn't need him, though. We have Darren Day. That's who we have. A super fast running back is normal. Well, maybe not super fast. I thought he was 4.35. Maybe he was a 4.38. I don't know. But, still a good pick just because he's fast. We needed a backup. We got one. Oh, Heath Middlebrooks. I know that guy. He was actually a pretty decent backup. Who is this? 22 years old, 5'10", 4.45. No, thank you. We got a 5th round pick off of the Falcons, so it is what it is. We should have gotten better, but I'm happy to gain something for next year. A lot of our players returning from injury, as we already knew. But let's take a quick look at the devs. Eric Durham, once again, not a guy that we had the last time, so maybe he's superstar, which would be amazing. It would be great, because then it would make me feel better about, skipping out on Emery. Of course, he's not. Put him at right tackle, though, because he's our new right tackle. Reddick, Will Chancellor is also a star dev. So we have moved on to 4 hidden, star or better offensive linemen after year 1 where we only had 1. Obviously, Stanley was injured, but still, Day, 66 overall. Not terrible, though, actually. Very usable. Let's take a look at Emery, see if he was actually hidden or not. Emery, where are you? Emery and Ivory. There he is, 76 overall, and yep. So I don't know what the hell happened with Reddick, or maybe Reddick was normal once again. I can't remember, but interesting. So this is what our roster looks like for year 2. I don't know why Stanley's at right side. We got to change a lot of things. I don't know why the game is doing what it's doing, but this is what the squad is looking like. I think these 3 star development trait wide receivers should be fine. Didn't even know Gus Edwards was star development trait, but obviously Dobbins is the starter. Everything else is, pretty obvious. Defensively, probably should have got a new middle linebacker. Number 2, Elise Harrison's young, and then Tyus Bowser. Definitely should have done something about that. I thought we had a guy, and I maybe just didn't draft him. I don't know, but I can't really say we made the team better going into year 2, but because of all the injuries they had, the team is automatically better. We also did at least get younger, so maybe not better, but at least younger. And hopefully we have the money, because Lamar Jackson is asking for a lot, but apparently we can afford it, so we will do it. A 7-year 308. That is a fortune. Peters wants a 1-year 15. Maybe he gets it, maybe he doesn't. We'll see if he regresses hard or not. And if we can even afford it. A 5-year deal for Marquise Brown. I can't really bet on him getting to superstar because the way the game is, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Sam Koch, or Cook, I guess apparently it's pronounced. Yeah, he'll be gone. Tavon Young. that's not bad, but once again, you don't know the regression. Like, you could legitimately lose, like, 2 speed from regressing, which 87 speed 5'9" makes him kind of unusable, right? Rest of these guys are all kind of backups. But yeah, we did a pretty good job because we actually have, even after re-signing Lamar Jackson and Marquise Brown, we actually still have quite a bit of money left over. And we have ourselves another situation, well, 52-10, but another situation where we're going to have to change the scheme because the team just sucked. This is what the team looked like for the year. I mean, really good start, 5 straight wins. You lose 2 in a row, fair enough, you can work on that. You win another one, so that's what, 6-2, and then you drop 3 in a row, win 1, drop 4 in a row, and then, of course, you beat the Browns just to ruin your pick a little bit. I don't know how. I don't know what that's all about, but we're changing the scheme. I don't care if this is the only way Lamar Jackson's going to get rushing numbers. We're just not going to win Super Bowls doing this. Bateman does pretty well. Duvernay does pretty well. Marquise Brown was pretty bad, unfortunately, especially since we just paid him, but it is what it is. Defensively, sack totals, yikes. We need a new outside linebacker at least. Marlon Humphrey was great. Queen was pretty good. Tavon Young was pretty good. Kicking was awful again. I don't get the kicking. That's like the one biggest, I mean, there's a lot of issues at the game, but the biggest sim issue, in my opinion, has to be the kickers. I don't understand why it's just so random. Like, it doesn't matter how good the freaking kicker is. It just seems like it's just completely random if they do well or not. Any award wins at all. I mean, other than rookie award wins, I don't think we would have done well enough, and clearly we didn't. So, a wasted year, but I suppose you get a decent draft pick or semi-decent draft pick. And then maybe we'll get a defensive upgrade in dev, because outside of defensively, I mean, maybe Dobbins for yards, but I don't see it. And Panthers win against the Patriots. An interesting name drop. All right, let's take a look at the dev ups, if we even had any. And no to Dobbins, which is a bit of an L. And then defensively, Chuck Clark goes to superstar. Okay, Bowser also goes to star. Not that it matters. He's way too old to be our long-term option. But Chuck Clark, I know he's 28 now, but, I mean, props to him for, keeping it going. Superstar development rate faster than Elliott, so it is what it is. I would have loved to see Peters get the dev up, but he didn't. And, yeah, I mean, the guys we had on the list to re-sign outside of Peters were pretty much, like, guaranteed not to be re-signed, so pretty much just going to let all those guys go. May have a little bit of money to work with for maybe one decent name at a position that's kind of hard to get. Maybe we get a new corner. Peters is good enough for another year, but once again, I think you're probably going to see someone at least just as good in free agency, and if not, you should be able to at least get him back for about that price. So I'm going to take the risk, let him hit free agency, and then maybe re-sign him. We'll see. Or maybe I'm wrong, as Aaron Rodgers is here, Za'Darius is here, Von Miller is here, Kareem Hunt, Deron Payne would actually be a pretty big name for us because we obviously don't have a replacement or just a starting DT in general. Peters, a 1 year 13. I mean, he's not getting any offers. There's a bunch of other older names there. I think you can probably get away with a 1 year 10 instead. Decent player, but he wasn't even as good as even Tavon Young, who also is hitting free agency here. Wouldn't surprise me if Tavon Young got more offers. I'd be willing to do that, a 1 year 10.4. We might be selling here, but I kind of want to save some money because I kind of want to go for Deron Payne. He's like the true, I don't know if I would say nose tackle, but I suppose since he's a run stopper type, he fits that nose. Yeah, he's a nose tackle. What am I even talking about? 109, which puts us number 1. That's not a bad deal for an 88 overall either. I mean, that's not terrible. It could go Za'Darius, but he's just way too much money comparatively. So we have those two for sure. Maybe we can find someone else. Like Nate Davis would be cool, but I think that's overpayment, especially when our O-line's pretty good. Maybe we look for a backup or a punter, a starting punter. But other than that, I think we're fine as long as we get Peters. Could go Greedy Williams, though. Make the Browns feel bad on top of it. 81 man, 76 zone. We're gonna get our boy back. All right, did we get anyone? Please tell me we got Peters and Deron Payne. And we did. We got both of them. Not bad. I went for a punter, didn't get him yet. Hopefully we'll get some punter, but 24 mil. I think we can get rid of a few other names, like Zeitler, perhaps. What else do we have? So we can probably... Where's Zeitler? Yeah, I mean, he's not a bad overall, so we're going to wait on this just in case we actually sell in the draft. But we can get rid of him if we have to. Nick Boyle might be someone we can actually get rid of. I mean, the guarantee is still kind of there, so it's just like, I mean, yeah, I guess, but anyone else? Gus Edwards, not making that much anyways. Bowser. We do have to pay some names too, so I don't want to spend too much money. What about, he's going to have a guarantee too. Watch, it's going to be like a 2 mil guarantee. I hate it around here. Why? Why would you give these, like, guys that aren't even in their prime still guaranteed money through the full contract, man? Just front load it slightly. Like, I don't get it. We didn't get a single punter. We might have to draft one. But let's start the draft. We have a few DTs, like late first, early second type of deal. Since we have 2, I mean, we'll see, because I didn't get to see the full scouting. I did put it on Robinson and Brenner, also Chris Jackson. But if one is not that much better than the other, 40 reps, the finesse and whatnot, the power move and block shed isn't nutso, but with that combine grade, I'd be willing to take him at like 24 maybe. And then Mac Brenner, a little bit worse than like the combine stuff, but the finesse, the pursuit, maybe you go for both, but you definitely want one of them. So I think it's impossible to sell because at worst, we trade to 24, and if Robinson isn't there anymore, we can just take Brenner, even though it's a reach. You're still going to land one, and they both look good. It's really about who has the dev. Chris Jackson, the reason why we wanted him is because A, he's really fast, and B, the coverage ratings look really good. Maybe he's one of those guys you can just put it outside anyways. We need a middle linebacker regardless, so I don't think you lose no matter what. Then you have Craig Boyd, the cornerback. His 40 time looked really good. A little bit lacking here in the skills, but maybe still worth taking just as the number 3 to replace Tavon. I mean, there's options. You got a really good center here as well, Daniel Farley. I don't think you can let this guy go, especially since we need a center. This could be a really good draft or a bunch of normals with good overall. But the one thing I do know is we need to trade down from 16. We need to gain an extra second-round pick. There's a lot of talent there. It's nuts to me that there's so many teams that are willing to give up a first next year and 2 seconds, but they won't just give up their later first this year and 1 second. Like, just stop being greedy, pal. Please. I have the leverage because we sucked. This still benefit us a little bit, but overall I think it was a good trade all around. So we get 25 and 57. The thing is, even if we want some of the players that we were looking at there, we're probably going to have to use both of the seconds to move up, but we'll see. Pick 25, if our DT's there, we're obviously going to take them, but I can't really tell which one's better. I mean, if you looked at Brenner, obviously, his finesse looks really good. What is he? 289, kind of fits the 3-4 mold a little bit better anyways. Robinson, also very athletic, though, so you know what? I'm going to take Robinson anyways. And he is a god. 94 strength. Hidden development trade. It's all about the hitting because we knew he was going to be a good player. Automatically 75, 76 overall, I'd say. But to have the dev on top of it's really insane. And here, this is risky. But I'm going to go straight to 16. And I'm going to hope one, if not both, are there, which would be super clutch. And, okay, so Brenner's there. So automatically we aren't going to sell there. The center's still there. We don't really need Brenner. We paid Deron Payne. We have Reddick. And then we just have the new guys. So I'm actually going to be taking Mr. Daniel Farley, the center. Also hidden development trade. Clutching up. I mean, these are some really good drafts, simply put. And then our next player is a 3rd to 4th. He's that linebacker, Chris Jackson. I'm not sure if he's great, but very fast at the least. He's 6'1", 223, so probably undersized for edge, but I'd still be willing to take him. So we're going to move to 25 in the second. If that DT's still there, dude, I'm going to have a hard time passing on him, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And he is gone, thankfully. I do want to see how good he was, but Chris Jackson, let's see it. Normal development trait, but very athletic. Wow, very athletic. Oh my. 88 speed, 88 excel, 90 agility, 77 change of direction, which would probably put him in the top like 2 to 5%. 85 jumping for a CPU-generated linebacker puts him in the top 1%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We traded a 5th this and a 6th next to move up 15 spot to 65, which is, it's not, that's all I got. I'm not going to say anymore. And with that pick, we're going to be taking Craig Boyd. Looks very raw, but great catching, which we've always said, if a player has great catching, it seems like they're built to be good. So maybe normal, maybe not. I don't really care. And he is normal, but look at the speed. The perfect number 3. You're not mad with him as long as he's like 67 plus overall. 4th round quarterback from the Jaguars. Uh-oh, just saying. And we don't technically have an edge rusher. I don't know anything about these guys, though. You know, it doesn't show finesse, doesn't show power. I just know that his block shed sucks. He's also really weirdly sized. He's like 6'1", 260, which is, I mean, that's weird build. I would say Philip Parsons is probably slightly better. I think I'm just going to keep going until one is gone. Joe White or Philip Parsons. I have my eye on the other guys, but Philip Parsons or Joe White, I suppose. And if they're both still there, I'm just going to assume one of them's there at 3. I freaking hope so, because otherwise that's a pretty big sell. But let's take a look, and they're gone! We did sell! Really? I mean, I guess it was a possibility, but... Oh, well, Josh Wilcox is my next choice. Decently fast, 6 foot tall. Not a bad, potential future starter, who knows, but... Really? It was like 10 picks, and of course, both of them are gone. That is something. Well, we're trading this down because, I don't really have anyone else anyways. We're going to be betting against... Yeah, we'll bet against Jacksonville. Damn. That, hopefully none of them were good. I definitely have to take a look, but... Yeah, hopefully none of them are good. They had potential just based on what I could see, but, Kentrell Allen. Do we have Patrick Ricard still? I can't remember. I think we do. Do we? Well, we have nothing on any of these freaking punters. We're going to take Will Parks just out of the blue, and he has 0 kick power. Once again, EA, you don't even get a prospect of being in the NFL if you have 85 kick power. Just saying. You just don't. Simply put. Just so EA knows. 89 is the minimum I'm allowing if I'm the one creating these draft simulations. Just saying. But look at the overalls. Not bad. Good selection of overalls here. Keep you warm. But Lionel Robinson, I don't remember which position. Let's actually take a look. 79 power, 79 block shed, 94 strength. Pretty damn fast. This guy's a hell of a talent, I gotta say. He's super athletic, super talented. What do we need, a left end? I think it is a left end. I don't know, though. Dev is only star. That kind of sucks, but a really good player. Daniel Farley, right away, the new starting center. Let's see what we can get here. Maybe a superstar. It's pretty rare that we get a superstar lineman, and it will continue to be rare as we do not get one here. Jackson, was he hidden? Damn it, he was normal. You could make him a pass rusher, but he does make more sense at middle without a doubt. I really want to use him as an edge rusher, though. Wait. What were the traits? Hold up. Hold up a minute. What were those traits? Any pass rush ones? Power move. I guess it didn't actually show me. It just kind of tells me what he utilizes and not actually what traits he has. He has bull rush and strip. Bull rush is like a very common inside linebacker or just pass rush linebacker. Not pass rush linebacker. Coverage linebacker that blitzes here and there. He's going to be middle linebacker. Damn, dude. I want him as an edge. It just doesn't make sense. Drops to a 69 overall, which isn't great. But look at Boyd. 73 overall. Block sheds, yeah, he's 59. It's not bad. Pretty damn good catching. 71 catching. Very fast. Jumping kind of sucks. Presses, pretty bad. But not a bad number 3 at all. And then Wilcox, 72 overall. Pretty decently fast for, being 6 foot tall. His traits are okay. Spec sucks. Jumping's not great. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's take a look at some of the guys that we could have had and we passed on. So Brenner, where is he? Brenner, 72 overall. Also hidden. Only a 70 finesse, so we would have been misled hard. I don't remember what our guy's traits were, but that guy's traits, Brenner's, not really that great either, so can't really expect much. Unless he's an X Factor, I'm happy with our selection, and obviously he is only star. All right, Joe White, 69 overall. Hidden development trait. No! Spin, bull, and strip. I don't know. Well, to be fair, this guy, was he the first one? Please tell me he was the first one, because we would have obviously waited until one of them went. And he's superstar, please. For the love of Jesus, tell me he was the first one off the board. It still would have sucked to miss him. He was. Oh, Lord, thank you, Jesus. Okay, so we would have had Philip Parsons, who is nowhere near as good. So, in a sense, this is better, right? Because, once again, the smart thing to do is when you have two players there and you know you're not going to be able to get both of them, or you're likely not going to get both of them, you're not going to, you got to do it this way. So, dodged a bullet, but also missed out on a hell of a talent that would have honestly just made the entire roster complete. The team would have been done. Like, we still have the need for an outside linebacker for cover or for pass rush, and we don't have that, So we're still missing things, but we still had a hell of a draft. We still did really well, and I mean, we might be able to trade for someone. We don't usually trade in realistic rebuilds for straight up players, but this is a team that makes sense to do it for, right? I mean, we can clear a bit, maybe about another 10 mil, perhaps, maybe even more. And we have our starting lineup. I mean, I think we're going to make some plays. Let's see if we can do something here. I mean, even though it's still a dead hit, it's still saving money, so I might still just take the hit on Wolf anyways. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I think we can do it. Even though Bowser's, can't be traded, which sucks, but I think we're gonna make a play for a pass rusher, because if we do that, our team is literally lined up. It's ready to go. Where's Melvin Ingram when you freaking need him? I don't know how great of a pass rusher we're going to go for, but even if we get like an 84 overall, that's even on his last legs, that's a win. Zach Ball, not going to get it there. Trey Flowers, DN maybe, no. So no one on the actual trade block, so we're going to have to find someone, probably once again on the older side, and maybe a team that needs a position we're willing to give up. I mean, I'm willing to give up probably at least up to a second-round pick. I don't know if we can afford Khalil Mack, but they save 14 mil if we take him off their hands. He's 32. He's still got a few years left in him. I mean, this isn't the worst call in the world, but I just worry about being able to afford the team going forward. Would you take it? Well, I mean, they took it. So a second-round pick, Zeitler, and a Wolf for an 89 overall Khalil Mack. But once again, very worried about the lack of funds at the moment. And to be honest, I mean, Mack could just be gone after this year. It's a second-round pick. We've seen much worse. We've seen so much worse in the NFL. Second-round picks going for, Mohamed Sanu comes to mind. What the hell am I doing here? I want to see the contract. So he is on a 2-year, technically, so not bad. Not bad. It's just, you could release him or trade him again, maybe for like a 4th-round pick even, if you just can't afford it. Nick Boyle, he's kind of like a specific type. You'd have to find like maybe even Green Bay if they can afford him for like a 6th-round pick. I'm trying to get what I can at this point, and yeah, I mean, we're able to save money. So we trade Nick Boyle for their like super backup tight end and a 6th-round pick, saving once again another 4 mil. Gus Edwards could be traded. We might do it. We'll see. I have to take a look at who we actually need to re-sign as well. I should have done that before I traded for Mac, obviously, but we're here now. I mean, I think we're fine. Like, Peter's going to be regressed too hard anyways. Tucker hasn't played well in Sim. Probably going to regress hard. Edwards, we can let go. Chuck Clark's 29. Probably let him go. So you have to pay Queen and Dobbins. Dobbins, Queen, Matabuke. I think Duvernay you probably let go. Tyree Phillips isn't crazy. I mean, I think we can do it. I think we can easily afford it. I ain't even worried. Oh, crap. Did we not? I might actually just trade Matabuke now. He's star dev, but his progression doesn't look like it's going to be that great. Matabuke for a 3rd? I'm just saying. I for some reason just like forgot about him. I mean, Matabuke for a 3rd sounds good to me. It's probably like Madu Blake or something, but I'm, whatever. Yell at me all you want. We trade him over to the Seahawks for 91. All right, here's the lineup for year 3. I think we're going to change the scheme up because, honestly, it's just not working. Simply just not working. The team was better last year because of, returning players like Dobbins and Stanley and, Peters and all that, yet we were worse. I don't know how that happens, but could need a new wide receiver number 2. It depends on how Bateman plays. Obviously, he's not really fit. I mean, he is fit for the number 2 spot, but I feel like we could go for someone bigger because this team is really small in general. But overall, the offensive line looks great. Like, there's really no one you replace on this O-line. I think we're done, honestly. Defensively, could use a new outside linebacker just in case Mac really regresses or we just can't afford him. But other than that, corner number 2, middle linebacker number 2, and outside linebacker, maybe. The team might be all we need. We might have everyone we need. We just have to just develop everyone. I suppose Chuck Clark as well, but offense seems literally done. It's literally done. Halfway through the season, re-signings, we already been over this. Obviously, you're going to keep Patrick Queen, and it appears we do have a lot of money because we're going to be letting Peters go and all that. So Queen anyways, Dobbins. I think because of the age, you probably have to let Chuck Clark go. He's superstar, but he's, like an 83 overall. He's okay, but, unless this is a 2-year deal, I'm not going to keep him. So I'm going to offer him the 2-year. If he wants to stay, that's up to him, and I don't think that's going to be the case here. Oh, and Phillips. Not a great player, but good enough. Good enough. Is he, though? I got to think about what we have to replace and what we can afford. So we have 30 mil. We'll have to replace a strong safety, a corner. Kicker's not a big deal. Strong safety, corner, O-line. I think we can do it. So I'm going to let Phillips go. He's really not that great. He's a 79 overall, but the problem is those ratings don't look very good, right? Like, finesse is trash. Power's not even that great. He's not super athletic. I'm just going to let him walk. Here we are, headed to the playoffs and a much better season as we change the playbook up. Lamar Jackson becomes a true throwing quarterback or pocket passer, if you will. Just 1 point. 0.1 off of 100 passer rating. Pretty good yards, pretty good touchdowns. Picks are a little high, though. Dobbins, really good year, yards per carry-wise and all that. Andrews, that's a forced dev up to superstar. Marquise Brown hasn't been the guy at all, no matter what the scheme is. And then Devin Duvernay, love it. I love when players that we're going to get rid of play well. Mac with 15.5, Payne with 12, 7.5 for away. A much better year pass rush-wise. I didn't change the pass rush at all. Tucker does way better as well. It's just obviously having the 2 new names on the team helps a lot. Rookie of the Year award, Chris Jackson, nice, must have had a ton of tackles, and Tucker with Best Kicker award. Fair enough, fair enough. But the Bengals, a team that have, they've gotten the better of us here and there, but I think we did beat them in the postseason last time we played against them, even though that feels like ages ago now. 90 overall to the Bengals, 85 overall. Let's see it. Come on, let's see it. Let's just do it. Going to the end of the game, 7-0, 7-7. It's 14-7, a bit of scoring here. Please stop. Okay, I'll take that. Defense? Really? What? 35 points in the first half? Where? This defense is not that bad. 35 in the first half? EA, are you smoking crack weed? What is this? What am I seeing? How? What happened? Did they have touchdowns on defense? Even then, it just wouldn't make any sense. No touchdowns on defense, dude. No touchdowns on defense, and they put up 35 in the first half against this defense. Cincinnati's going to break 100. They're going to beat someone with 100 points. There's no other way around it. I want to see it. I want to see it, EA. Come on. They can score 52 against our defense, rated an 88. Let's see how they do going on in the future. The only thing I can see is that they're going to win the Super Bowl here, putting up an average of 75-plus points. What? They're not in the Super Bowl? But how? That's impossible. The Chiefs win the Super Bowl over the Niners. Real shocker there. That's impossible. How could this be? They put up half against the Chiefs' elite defense. We know that's the best defense in football right now, obviously. Wow, what kind of names did they have to play against? Let's see it. Oh, this random guy. What? Honestly, I don't... How? Hello? The Chiefs just won the Super Bowl, so obviously their morale is going to be high. I want to just see what their defense ranking is. I just want to see it. I just want to see it. 85? But wait a minute. that would mean we had a better defense, but gave up twice the points. That doesn't make any sense. No, in EA, they try to defend it like, well, the offense must have been holding them and whatnot. And, of course, Duvernay doesn't even go up in dev anyways, so I see you later, I guess, pal? I don't know. But defensively, any dev ups, we had Deron Payne go up, Away went up, and that's it. But that's still pretty good. Jackson definitely needs a dev up. I'm sorry, we're going to force it. Deron Payne, though, going to Superstar on a 4-year deal is huge. Away being a superstar and an 87 overall, very good. I don't think you could pay anyone. Like, I don't think we can go for any free agents. I think you need to save as much as you can because Away is going to need a contract. He's probably going to be asking for like 18 per or something ridiculous. Not that he's really even played super well, but he obviously went up in dev, so, you know, he's a superstar. He's going to have to be on the team long term. We need a new cornerback number 2. We need a new strong safety number 1, and outside of that, we just have to save money. Really, we just manage the salary well, and I mean, the team's good. It's just, you know, will EA allow us to win the Super Bowl? That's really the question. Nothing else. Will EA allow us in? Not will we be good enough? We gave Tucker a 1-year 5.5, which is, I mean, it's not preferable, but it is what it is. Phillips ends up as an 81 overall, but to be honest, he was like this like week 15, I believe. Not that he's not good enough, but I'm not necessarily mad that we're letting him go. We can definitely draft someone new. We can definitely sign someone if we have to. Probably rather sign a corner because there's usually going to be some decent corner here, but we'll see. 32 mil, have to pay away, so I want to keep at least 15 mil here at minimum. And looking around, I'm not seeing a whole lot here. Julian Blackman, move him to corner, maybe? I think he's got pretty good man coverage, doesn't he? Ooh, does not. They did not develop his man at all. Chuck Clark's getting an offer, which is a little surprising. Could go Darius Slay. I mean, our Boyd guy, he's 76 overall, which isn't great, but yeah, not every corner has like two great cornerbacks. Every team has two great cornerbacks across the board. CJ Henderson's kind of young still. Maybe you take a risk on him, a 4-year 28s. What comes out to 7 per? That's not terrible. He's pretty good. We'll think about it. I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily that hard to fill this position. I really don't. I mean, Jonah Jackson's here in free agency as well, and if you compare the two, like, he's just a little bit better anyways, so I get... Wait, why is Mutant... What? Why don't they... He's not great, but he's asking for, like, a fraction. See if we get anybody. Anybody at all. And we get the two names we kind of needed. We got Henderson on a 5-year 35, which is a win for him, a risk for us. And then Muti is a 2-year 9. So, you know, I mean, really all we need to do is draft a safety, which not the hardest position in the world to draft. And then if you see a decent pass rusher, maybe grab him just for replacing Mac going forward. We could use some backups, backup running back, backup wide receiver, but overall, I think we can just avoid those positions if we have to. I mean, the team's still looking good. We're getting better as the seasons go on because we're still a pretty young squad. It just comes down to drafting a decent-looking strong safety, and we're, once again, right back in it. And even if we don't, we're still a really solid team overall. It's just a safety. You know, you don't need every single position to be perfect, even though we usually do, and we still struggle to make the Super Bowl because that's just the way it is. So we have pick 23 in the draft. We have a first to second round safety and a second to third round safety. I suppose by 40 time, the first to second looks better. Not exactly sure who's going to be there. Both of them are there. So Ronald Sharp, really? 50%? I literally did them too. Well, at least the freaking outside linebacker worked. I put him and both of these safeties on my thingy because their combines look decent and whatnot. I mean, you almost have to just go with this guy, I'd say, but let's take a look at what we have for Nick Hood. Also, 21 years old. A little worse in the 40 and all that. Really don't know much about him, but a D stamina doesn't look good. Sharp is a first to second. He is smaller, but I mean, you pretty much have D stamina as well. You pretty much have no choice. Ronald Sharp's the choice, and he is hidden. So we kind of lucked out because the free safeties look like trash. The strong safeties, it was really just those two, just based on 40 time alone, and we do not have our own second-round pick. That is correct, unfortunately. But hey, we got our one position we needed. Everyone else was kind of just like secondary. Let's actually take a look at how good Bruton is. A tackle, 4.5, a B power. Ooh, he might be worth grabbing, actually. A 3 to 4. I mean, that's preventative stuff, so I'm just going to go to pick 2 in the third round, which, where did we get that third round? Was Seattle that bad? I mean, okay, fair enough. It worked out in the end, because, I mean, we lost our own second, but we still ended up with a decent second. And Bruton's still there. We have no one else. You might as well take him. Will Bruton is the choice. 3 to 4, A tackle, normal dev, but 85 speed, 88 excel. Maybe he's decent. You never know. Maybe he's still good, even though he's normal. We moved down to 99 to get a 5th-round pick off the Jets, which is, I mean, fair enough. All of our guys are day 3. I don't know who I even want. I don't even know who's going to be there. That makes it a lot easier, though, I will say, because the corner was probably someone I was going to look to grab. But Abdul Harrison, 21 years old, A finesse, pretty decently strong, okay block shed, pretty solid-looking play rec. I'm going to take the risk on him. I'm going to grab him. He is normal. We'll have to see what that power move looks like, but, you know, maybe not the greatest pick. Going to 23 now, might grab that wide receiver. You know, we haven't landed a single hit in wide receiver. We are real-life Ravensing this thing. But obviously with those star dev guys, we didn't really need to worry too much. DeMarco Justice, 6. Oh, I forgot he was freaking 23, though. You got to grab him. Look how fast he is. You have to. 4.28. 4.28 gives you 95 speed, 93 excel, and 92 agility. That seems a little low, but obviously still really fast. Normal dev, though, at 23, and I'm out of here. And in the 6th round, we're going to be taking a punter. I don't even know who's good, but Calvin Trent, a C accuracy. That's not terrible, so we're going to grab him. And 91 kick power. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to get crazy about it, but it's probably a lot better than 85, right? Then again, it is Sim, so I don't freaking know what they value. But let's take a look at the draft recap, see what overalls we landed, see what dev the safety was in. I mean, some okay overalls, I guess. And when did we grab a fullback, by the way? Maybe he was on my list. I must have skipped past my pick on accident, but I'll take it. I mean, not a bad fullback. I suppose I was looking for that fullback. I was like, where is he? But Ronald Sharp, hidden development trade, 91 speed, only 86 excel. I mean, he's okay. He's a pretty good replacement for Chuck Clark. What is that dev, though? What that dev be like, though? I'm feeling superstar. I'm feeling star, obviously, is what I meant to say. Bruton, 71 overall, 6'2". I mean, not bad. I don't really see where he has no power move, though. Literally 73 power move, no finesse, but his ability is spin. Makes sense. Looks good outside of the stupid trait thing. DT, he is a 73 overall and 89 power move, though. Okay, yeah, he's a good player. That's a good pick. The wide receiver, DeMarco Justice, 73 overall, pretty damn fast. He has like all the traits you can get from a CPU. You know, toughness isn't great, stamina isn't great, but 5 injury plus 4 with the thing, so he's 99 injury basically. I mean, it's an okay pick, I suppose. And then the kicker, punter, whatever. I want to see what that safety was like that we missed. I would assume he would have went in the 2nd round. Dwight Carter. Who the hell is Dwight Carter? Oh, this is the guy I skipped on because he was 23 and slow. Like, he has really good excel, but, I mean, 23 and bad 40 time? What do you expect? You know, what do you expect? And only star. So, yeah, we made the right call. Let's take a look at the other safety. Where was he? Oh, damn, he went really far down. Ooh, also hidden. Considering the height, this guy doesn't even seem much worse than our guy. I don't know. He's kind of like the same. Please just don't be... Please don't be Superstar or X Factor. Or, you know, or be that, I guess. It's officially year 4. Our devs aren't looking great, but our overalls are looking all right. You know, Mark Andrews is a 94 overall. You know, Brown is an 88 overall, even though he is 27 now. Would love to see him get to Superstar here. Looking at Bateman, he's 82 overall, but he's only 24, I believe. Yeah, he's 24. Dobbins is an 88 overall. He's 25. I mean... The devs aren't great, like I said, but the overalls are decent enough. Defensively, Owe is an 87, 88 for Queen. Jackson's 75 after his rookie year. I mean, it's a squad it should be good enough. Still, I'm just worried about the outside linebacker spot. Bruton's actually not terrible, but I don't know if he's good enough to replace Mack once he's gone. We'll see. It really comes down to who we have to re-sign as well. I know we have Owe, but there's got to be other than just him, right? Hopefully not, but I would imagine. So Ronnie Stanley was looking to retire early. I thought it was going to be Max, so I clicked it just to be fair, but, I'm just saying. Ronnie should not be retiring anytime soon, but you never know. 5-3 seasons so far. We got a couple of breakouts as well. We'll see if we can land them. No breakouts yet successfully, and it's year 4, which is a little surprising. Week 11, re-signings. Oh my lord, please stop. We have the money to do it. He's decent enough. He's super fast. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to, but jeez, man. More than I would have thought. It's okay. That's all right. Bateman, I don't want to give him more than a 4-year because, once again, we really don't know. These wide receivers around here are just so hit or miss. I can't tell, so we'll give him that. But, yeah, I mean, it seems like we have a ton of money, so fair enough. Khalil Mack will probably be forced to go. Might just straight up retire on his own. He's not going to be good enough to really be worth 14 mil. I mean, at this point, he's a really good block shedder, obviously, insane, but, any further down, and, he's kind of not worth it. Maybe I'll revisit retirement someday, but for now I'm in, says Stanley. Is he going to get a boost? Ronnie's back and feeling motivated, resulting in a ratings buff. It's a close call, headed to the playoffs, and we lose, which would have probably given us a bye week. Instead, it belongs to the Bengals, but we're still in it. That's all that matters, and Lamar looks like the best quarterback in the league. First for yards, third for touchdowns. Picks are still kind of high at 16. Dobbins, a really good year. Bateman crushed it. Marquise Brown, not too bad. Both could have a dev up. Oh, yeah, I forgot to boost Mark Andrews as a superstar, which, I mean, it's clear cut, right? Like, he had 1,300 yards and 13 touchdowns or something ridiculous, but deserves to be superstar, maybe even X Factor. It is what it is. Justice was not bad as the number 3. O-line was okay. Away with 11.5 sacks. Mack with only 9.5. Yeah, this is probably his last year. Picks were actually kind of down. Tucker was a little worse than normal, but that's because normal for him is perfect. At least it has been ever since we complained to EA. And let's take a look at the yearly awards. MVP. Really? Lamar's first in yards, third in touchdowns, fourth overall. He must have threw way more picks than Mahomes, right? Any award wins. The Colts and Chiefs just winning everything. Bateman, best wide receiver. Okay, I mean, sure enough, but we're in the playoffs. That's with positive. Think positively. We're at 93 overall. The Jaguars are an 84. Who are we kidding? Come on. EA, just stop. Just stop, okay? Just do the thing. And the thing in this case being allowing the good team to win, not the random sim, doesn't matter what your ratings are. We just kind of randomly go off of it other than schematics. 7-0, 7-all. Look, it's getting dark outside. 10-7, 14-10, 14-13. It's a close game, even though we are once again way better. I don't understand. Okay, EA, please, just stop. We do fail the 2-point, but still have a chance until 3rd and goal. Is that a 4th down? Oh, we got to come in. Stop him. Stop him. Make a play. It's a pitch play, and we've got him. That's okay. That is not bad. James Robinson absolutely stopped. I get it. Pitch play with a power back is kind of unexpected, but a little bit debatable as well. Let's see if they can do it. Down by 5. Come on, Baltimore. 3rd and 8. Did they get it? 1st and 10. The clock is draining. What's the situation? Oh, sacked. Fair enough. And they're moving, and they get the touchdown and the 2 points. And Jacksonville doesn't have the time. Yeah, we came in, but, I mean, 1 yard, got that front like that. We have the nod over them in that situation, in my opinion. We only came in just to, kind of see it. I mean, I didn't actually make any play at all on it. The edge defender did. Really good stuff. We got to witness it at least, and their kicker missed a field goal, which would have tied the game up. Well, kind of, because we went for 2 and failed it that we probably wouldn't have went for because we would have been down regardless, but obviously going for 2 there you do. because it obviously... Nah, I think you would have went for 2 either way, right? Short route, changing, whatever. But fair enough. Here we are on to the divisional round. Maybe it's our season, even though we almost just lost to the Jaguars. And the Chiefs... Yeah, GG. It's over. It's quite over, but either way, we do have the better team. Maybe some crazy miracle, we do it. I'd be willing to bet almost anything that they score a touchdown first drive. I mean, was I wrong? 14-7. Defense is doing its job, but offense needs to use these opportunities more. Up by 7. Start of the second half, not a bad play. And, of course, a huge touchdown for the Kansas City Chiefs. But on the ground, a field goal or better wins it. And we win it. I mean, sure. Yep. Somehow Jaguars give us a bigger battle. And that, I mean, the fact that that's not a perfect passer rating proves that the passer rating thing is a little off, right? It's a little off. Outside of that big run, Dobbins obviously way outperformed. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Mark Andrews went off. Bateman, kind of the best wide receiver on the team right now. Not maybe the best receiver, but wide receiver probably. You kind of give that to Mark Andrews. He's been doing it for a much more longer time with this squad. And I know year 4 kind of seems to be the year for us. It might be, well, last rebuild it wasn't. It was the year we raged. But this one's looking promising. It might be the year we actually win it all. Ronnie Stanley, fair enough. Patrick Queen, let's see it. Pass coverage, 92 overall. This team is pretty damn good. You got to give it to us. And then Sharp, didn't really develop super well, but young, 77 overall now. That's fair enough. Speed upgrade on top of it. He's a fast man. He got some Excel as well. It looks like he got like 2 Excel, or yeah, I think he started at 86, a 2 Excel. Let's see it. Championship round against the Bengals, right? Exactly. Gotta love it. Let's see it. Cincinnati Bengals. What overall are they? 84. Please don't. Let us have just lost to the Chiefs. Like, just go back in time and do that. And on the other side, you have Atlanta and Minnesota, which is very interesting. 7-0, 7-all. We had a really good start on defense. Gave us like a super short field, but kind of wasted the opportunity since. Really nice drive there. Touchdown before half. That's huge. Is that back-to-back games? 28 points in the first half? Not that it matters because defense is choking. Come on, defense. Wake up. Up 7. 3 minutes left for Cincinnati in that offense, which has had no issue today, but they're kind of running out of time. And with 6, I got to come in. I want to see it. I don't know what to call. I'm going to let them call it. I'm just going to let the clock go. I mean, I guess I'll be Reddick because he's not, like, super talented. They do have a timeout, but they have to get this ball out quick. Yeah, didn't really do too much there, and great defense in the back of the field there. Oh, my. Last play. Here it is. Last play. Wait, uh-oh. Crap. I'm going to have to be Robinson here. Burrow running. Burrow. Oh, I thought he was going to truck him for the score. Could you imagine? That would be one of the greatest plays of all time, but they don't do it. And a divisional battle for the Super Bowl trip is won by us. Of course, Lamar Jackson did not play technically as well as Burrow, but you look at the rushing touchdowns, we had more, so we did overall score more touchdowns, obviously. And, yeah, I mean, that's a hell of a finish. I think, once again, I don't know, because they were actually kind of sucking. I think we actually hurt the team more than any, because they probably wouldn't have gotten 2 plays there. They would have, at best, gotten 1. I'm just surprised they didn't run completely out of time, because usually, the clock is gone if a team needs to make some sort of play last second, as Marlon Humphrey apparently gets 99 overall here. Yep, 99 man, not bad at all. We got some upgrades, got to get those in. You do not want to waste this opportunity because this is literally the last game potentially, even though I'm already bored of it. I'm not bored of upgrading the players, but it is tedious as hell. Upgrades are always going to be fun no matter what, but man, is it tedious. CJ Henderson actually had a really good year for us, all things considered. Really worth the contract. Lionel Robinson. See, the thing is with Henderson now is you can't tell if he's playing bad or not because he's on a team that has a bunch of players that are higher overall than him, so he doesn't usually start now. And power upgrade, yeah. It kind of sucks that we do use CPU upgrading because obviously you see some of these upgrades are really trash. But if I didn't, it would take me like 7 hours of rebuild, and that's just way too much time. Bruton, what a terrible upgrade. But I'll show you guys, we didn't force any wins, we didn't restart or anything. Once again, I don't think forcing wins, it counts as sim, right? Like, it doesn't, it actually has to be simmed. You can't super sim it in-game. But who's it going to be? It's surely going to be the Vikings, right? Yeah, I was about to say. The Falcons, I can't imagine they're that great of an overall. The Vikings, at least, maybe they got a new quarterback. I don't know. But overall, we are miles better than them. If we don't put up at least 40 in this game, EA loses once again. Or me, technically, again. All right, end of the game. They get the ball first, and they get the first points up on the board. Defense sets us up. We only get 3. Up by 3 now. Defense is doing a good job, but offense is squandering it. There you go. Touchdown finally. Second half, all of those short drives, and we only turned it into a 14-point lead. Up 14 again. Clock is running out. I think, nope, they're not. I was about to say, I think Minnesota has a chance. They do not. And Baltimore wins the Super Bowl once again. Lamar Jackson and company, was he the main reason? I have no idea, but Lamar Jackson and company get the job done. Bateman with the, kind of the carry on this season. Had a really good year. Khalil Mack gets a Super Bowl ring, which is pretty cool, I suppose. Lamar Jackson, once again. Surprised Kirk Cousins is still there. Vikings fans are like, no, please stop. Even though, as far as serviceable starters go, he's good enough. Could be worse, but obviously could also be better. It's one of those, I wouldn't say Jay Cutler situations, but for the Bears, it's almost like, you complain about Jay Cutler all that time, and once he's gone, you realize, oh God, it could be worse. Because it was. As soon as he was gone, it was worse. For a fact. And the verdict's still up on Fields, but, I'd imagine he's at least as good as Cutler going forward, I would assume. But sorry, Ravens fans, just cut into your Super Bowl time, but at least you got to see in the background. It is what it is. Lamar Jackson, better performance than normal, I suppose. Dobbins, worse performance than normal. Still love to run the ball with this team, though. And then Bateman, once again, absolutely killing it. He had a hell of a year. Should go to Superstar. And those are the numbers. That is the Super Bowl, and that also is the rebuild. I actually didn't even see if there was DevUps, and I forgot it's the Super Bowl. We're not usually in it seems, so it's kind of hard to tell. Marquise Brown never got to Superstar. Andrews got to X Factor because of the thing. And for anyone, once again, it seems like people are just lacking the knowledge. They're lacking critical information. The video I did, the title might have been that. It might have been, can tight ends dev up or whatever. But you know how long the title would have been if I would have said, can tight ends dev up from star to superstar rather than can tight ends get dev ups? It wouldn't have fit. And 2, it just simply put, star to superstar tight ends, I do not know why they cannot get it. I don't know why. They just cannot. Normal to star, superstar to X Factor, it can happen. But star to superstar, just can't. For some reason, Bateman, of course, ends up becoming a superstar, which basically makes him better than Marquise Brown already, I suppose. Looking at Dobbins, he ended up as a 92 overall. Pretty good, 26. Not really that great of a trucking back, but I suppose if I was going to upgrade one or the other, I probably would go elusive, just because, again, we've done an experiment where elusive definitely gives you more chance at athletic upgrades. O-line actually turned out pretty damn good. Let's see how good Stanley is. He's kind of he's 31 now, but god dang, dude, he's so good. What are the abilities? Secure, Protector, and Lifeguard? That's freaking tough. How do you even pass that? We'll look at Lamar in a second. But the X Factor. 92 overall, worth the contract for a fact. What are his abilities, even though they're going to be terrible anyways? Reinforcement, Secure, Tackler, and Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing's okay, I suppose. Queen, the 92 overall. 26-year-old, super, super fast. Coverage is really, really good. Probably puts him in the top 3 for coverage linebackers. Let's take a look at Humphrey, 29. Once again, basically 99 man, 99 zone, 99 press. Not so stuff. Deshaun Elliott, I guess. He's not bad. He's really quiet in this rebuild, but obviously just a good overall. Not really an expensive player, worked out. Everyone else is kind of not players that, the Ravens are known for in real life because they're either AI or just people that we got from free agency or trade, whatever. Lamar Jackson, Superstar X Factor, basically 99 everything in the throwing stuff. Pretty good throw power. Don't know if he got a speed up or anything like that. I don't really know his overalls and all that by heart, but really good, obviously. And once again, that is the Baltimore freaking Ravens realistic style rebuild. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays, and then twitch.tv/Jeromepkr, which should be a stream tonight, actually, around 10-ish Central PM. Obviously, there's a football game going on, so we'll see if it's like crazy good or something, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty much that. If you have any suggestions for rebuilds in the future, whether it's, just like a realistic style and you just want to see a team that I haven't done yet, or if you have a challenge idea, career resim idea, blast in the past, some sort of random idea. I know a lot of people when doing the like scoring a touchdown with, Tim Tebow in every Madden or something like that. If you guys want to see one that's kind of out there, peculiar, preferably not like insensitive, like, oh, scoring a touchdown with Henry Ruggs in every Super Bowl, like real way to go. Let me know in the comment section below. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!